Hello, YouTube. My name is David with Garage EST Car Reviews. I'm just going to do a retrospective series on the cars that I've owned. I've owned probably 30 cars, give or take, and I'm just going to go over my ownership experience with each one and some driving dynamics stuff, and hopefully give you a taste of ownership on some pretty interesting cars I've owned. Well, we'll do it chronologically. So we're starting off with the worst almost. I did end up getting some pretty fast cars. The two highlights probably being a FD RX-7 twin turbo 5-speed and a Supra RZ twin turbo 6-speed. Still kick myself for selling both of those cars. I will tell you how much I sold them for, which is embarrassing at this point because now both of them are probably worth at least 4 times what I sold them for. But such is car life. So the Dodge Caravan. It was black with gray body cladding. It was a nice interior. Had all the bells and whistles. Had an equalizer that you could adjust. Pretty high tech for 1995. Had the 3.8 Chrysler Mitsubishi. I'm not sure who did the engineering on that. They were pretty intertwined as companies back then, with DSMs and 3S 3000 GTs and stuff. Yeah, I actually crashed it and flipped it about 3/4 of the way through my ownership. I was on the highway during the Christmas season. Up here in Canada, it gets pretty icy, and I was passing someone in the Caravan and hit a patch of ice. Because I was accelerating, the front end kicked out, and I was going sideways down the highway on this ice. As soon as I hit gravel or tarmac again, it flipped onto its side and I slid into the ditch. Took a farmer to get us out. He just hooked some chains up to it and towed it back onto its wheels, and luckily it drove after that. But it definitely destroyed the side mirror, and there was a little bit of body damage. Luckily none of the glass broke or anything like that. I was able to drive it as is. But it was a good vehicle for the time that I owned it. No one really cares about the driving dynamics of a 1995 Dodge Grand Caravan, I don't think, but they were pretty good vehicles. What ended up killing mine was the transmission started slipping in first and second, and then when you shift into third, it would like jolt ahead and just wasn't drivable after it started slipping in first and second. From what I understand, it might have been a Mitsubishi transmission issue. I know they sometimes had issues with transmissions back in the 90s. or so Scotty Kilmer says, I think. Yeah, it was a good car. Would I own one again? No. I inherited it from a family member, so it wasn't my choice to drive a 95 Grand Caravan, but I enjoyed it the time I had in it, and it probably pulled harder than my 240 did. If you were to drag them, I think the Grand Caravan would have come out ahead. The 3.8 had about 165 horsepower, if I remember, which is peanuts now, but back then it was a decent amount. Like V6 Camrys made about, I don't know, 160 to 200 horse around that era, and the Caravan made 165. So now V6 Camrys make 300, and I think the 3.6 Pentastar makes around 300. So things have gone up in proportion, but yeah, the next car review I'll be doing is on my S13 240s. I had two of them. One was a pig nose, one was a KA24 DE. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Just trying to grow the channel and do some quality reviews. I currently own an Evo, a 67 Chevelle, and a Acura CSX Type S, which is like a Civic Si. So I'll be doing in-person, like in-car reviews for those ones. Yeah, this is part of the retrospective series, so thanks for watching. Bye.